Hey, it's Danielle, and I am back with another process video. I'm going to be working with my Felicity Jane Chloe kit, and I'm going to be scrapbooking this photo of me and my nephew. And it's kind of an older photo. My nephew's actually in the 5th grade right now, and you can see he's a baby here. I think this is the first time I watched him. But I wanted to use this photo because I wanted to scrapbook the story of becoming an aunt for the first time and how special that was for me. Now, I also know that I want to use this cardstock that came in my kit. It has like a embossed Swiss dot on it, and it's super cute. And how I decided to kind of bring that to my layout was to create or cut these tags from that Swiss dot cardstock. And this is where I'm going to actually be writing my journaling, and I'm just figuring out exactly how I want to position those on my layout. And then I know that I can't write on that paper because it's bumpy, and so I cut out some rectangles from just some smooth white cardstock to create a nice surface to write my journaling on. And then to fill in the holes besides each of those tags, I just pull out some scraps that I had from this Chloe kit and picked out 2 pattern papers that I loved. These are 2 of my favorites, and cut out some squares just to, like I said, fill those holes. Now I am debating using that Swiss dot as a border around my whole layout, but I'm not quite sure I want to do that yet, so I just focus more on embellishing my layout. Now I've pulled out my tray of all of my kit goodies, and I have some add-on goodies in here as well, and I just start testing out a few different options. You see that I've placed a bird die cut on there, and now I'm testing out a little tab at the top of my photo, which I really like. I thought this blue one would look great, but I decided to go with the floral option, and I like that even more. And then once I added that floral tab, I decided to add more floral to this layout, and so I picked out one of the puffy stickers that is super cute. I love the way that it looks on that polka dot paper, and I also really love the idea of using the puffy ampersand for this layout. So I took that and placed it in the other box on my layout. Now I had this space in the lower left hand side of my photo that was just sort of a blank space there, and so I pulled out these wood veneer tags, and this one that says sweet just ended up working perfect. I like the pink on it, and I like the way it fills that space. And then I pull out some more stickers, and I'm testing out these gold stickers. I like the idea of adding a pop of gold, and so I test those out a bit, but I'm not totally sure about it. So what I decide to do while I think about it is take my tape runner and get, you know, like the photo and my tags and the little squares stuck down and in place because I know that I want them there. Then you'll see here when it came time to put this puffy floral sticker down, I was even unsure about it, which I don't even know why I was debating it. This is my favorite part of the whole layout, so it was just crazy to think that I was like, oh, do I want it there? But and then I get this wood veneer stuck down and in place, and I was considering at this point painting this wood veneer white because I saw Jen Scow do it. She painted the wood part with some white gesso, and it looked really great, but I decided to just leave it the wood color, and I really like the way that is going. Now, I did like the idea of the ampersand, and so I debated doing this gold ampersand, but I just decided to stick with the puffy sticker one. I liked that it filled the space a little better of that square, and I also liked the pink color with the other pinks on this layout, and so I just thought it was the better choice. So I get that stuck down and in place, and then I work on my journaling. So I do that off camera just because it takes a little bit, but what I decided to write on my journaling was to just say how Andrew, my nephew, will always have a little piece of my heart because he made me an aunt. And I still remember that so clearly, how I was so excited to be an aunt, and I loved him unconditionally, and obviously still do. And then just to add some interest to my layout, I decided to take that journaling and pop it up a little bit with some foam adhesive. The next thing that I decided to do was to take out the stamp set. That tab above my photo has that space that definitely needed to have something in it, and a stamp was just the perfect option. Now this stamp set had a couple different phrases that would have worked good with my layout, and I even considered stamping a couple different ones on my layout, but I decided to just stick with with the one in my little tab. So the one I decided to go with says Happy Day, and I pulled out some greenish turquoise ink to stamp that. I thought that matched the polka dot paper that I already used on this layout, and I got lucky and it just stamped perfectly, and I got it in that little white space. And so sometimes I'm not the best stamper, so I was happy that it turned out good. And then I pull out these puffy little heart stickers and I test a few of them out. I think at the end of my journaling, there's just a little space and a little puffy heart would work perfect there. So I took one that was a really light shade of blue and really pretty, and I popped that on there. And then the last thing that I have to decide is if I want to put a border on this layout. And I went back and forth with it because I knew that I had elements that kind of stuck up, like that wood veneer. I didn't know if I could cut a good border around my layout with that wood veneer being on it, but it ended up working out fine. It didn't cause any problems at all, actually. So I just cut a little strip off each edge of my paper and used some adhesive to get it stuck down on that embossed white cardstock, and then I call this layout good. So I wanted to just thank you guys so much for watching, and I would definitely encourage you to head on over to felicityjane.com so that you can check out more photos of this layout, but also check out all the projects that the other girls are doing. All right, hopefully we'll see you all very, very soon. Bye-bye.